live.
Cheers.
On camera.
Yeah, I
Cheers.
mean, there have been 48 hours I haven't even had a bowel movement. So that's impressive that you made an entire movie.
That's disgusting.
Yeah,
That's
no.
disgusting. But
Don't
yes, to
judge me.
everyone who made a movie, people streaming and listening to us and watching us now,
Yes.
congratulations. You did it. Now, a little bit of housekeeping. This show is being streamed live as well as in person. So get down here, first of all. If you finished up, come down to Riley's Poorhouse in Carnegie. Great place here. Great food. Great booze.
The shepherd pie is good.
The shepherd's pie is good. And come join us. And I say that because filmmakers come down here. We get to interview you live, in person, which is pretty cool. Tell us about how your weekend went.
Yeah.
Now, with that said, I think that's a little bit of our housekeeping, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, do we have any filmmakers in the audience right now?
I think I see two
Maybe.
at 32.
I saw someone raise their hand. Who raised their hand over there? Hello, sir.
Well, come on down. Come and talk to us.
Come on down and talk to us. Because we're podcasters. We kind of do this all the time. We talk. But I would love to talk to people. So, hello there.
Who are you and what are your turn-ons? No, I'm sorry, what's your team name?
All right, I'm Zachary Klingapil. I'm the color guy from the Lincoln Park team.
From the what team?
From the Lincoln Park team.
The Lincoln Park team.
Ah.
Awesome.
Park Performing
So
Arts
you were
Charter.
silent film and buddy film. Interesting.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I hope we see some Chaplin-esque stuff here. What is the approach you guys took? Did you have an existing screenplay and adapted it, or did you guys start from
Oh,
scratch?
we're not allowed to do that.
Not allowed to do that.
Not allowed to do that.
Not allowed.
PJ's not listening.
Well,
It's
I hope he's not.
fine.
Well, hopefully we didn't do anything wrong.
Mic
I
close
hope
to you.
we didn't do anything wrong.
Yeah.
So, as the color guy, did you do editing
Color
too?
guy. Yeah, I had to do a little bit.
Yeah.
Got to kill those blacks, you know.
Yeah. What did you use? What did you use for editing? I mean, for color. Excuse me.
We used DaVinci Resolve for color, though for cutting we used Final Cut.
Nice.
Apple's gonna love that promotion.
Could you bring that mic a little bit closer to your mouth?
I certainly can.
Thank you. How's that, our sound video guy over there? Is that good? Better?
Don't be shy.
Yes, don't be shy of the microphone. It's your friend.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So can you give us a little sneak peek about maybe what type of movie you made? I know you don't want to
Has
spoil
something
it.
to do
No
with
spoil it.
Satan himself. That's all I can
With
say.
Oh.
Satan?
Himself.
Yeah,
I like
The
how you
Dark
said
Lord?
himself.
Yeah.
Himself?
Himself.
Okay.
The one and only.
That's compared to the other state. Well, Miroslav Satan played the hockey player, so it could have been. Yeah.
There you go.
Well, I mean, I guess it could be.
All right. Well, you're conjuring the devil. I like
Conjuring
it.
the devil.
What was it like? Well, were you on the production end of things? Like,
I was on set for the last bit, but not for most of it.
so what was it like knowing that you weren't really shooting for audio?
Honestly, it was quite relieving. We didn't really have to set up any. We didn't have to set up any mics, so it's
Are
perfect.
you inferring that audio is difficult?
No.
No, audio is
harsh
easy.
mistress.
It's easy. Anybody can do audio. Right?
To be honest, our Foley guy had a field day.
Really?
Trying to do all those sounds.
Not just saying field day like recording in the field.
I mean,
That's
he did
a
it
dad
all in a
joke
closed
right
studio.
there.
He did it all in a closed closet, but hey.
Nice. So, do you work in the film industry, as a job, or was this like your first time
this
working in
is
film?
Lincoln Park Performing Arts Charter School is a school. We're actually a high school, the only high school team
Okay.
in 48 film in Pittsburgh, as far as I'm aware.
Nice. Okay.
Awesome. What do you want to do after high school?
I'm probably gonna go into programming, though. I would not complain about doing color grading or film in general on the side.
Awesome.
It's a unique talent. Everybody needs a good color.
And it's something that honestly, like, it's one of those things. I think like sound design as well as color, one of those things that most people like save to the last thing. They're not thinking about it like at the inception, especially like
Absolutely.
starting out. So for you, what was your approach to the color? Like, did you have a certain idea of like how you wanted to use color within the project?
I mostly went off what the director Sam wanted, but the most important thing was high contrast and zero blacks whatsoever. Just crush them all the way.
Nice.
And does it have kind of that old-timey silent film? Does it kind of have like the scratches?
It definitely has a little bit of
cigarette
that.
burns, as they call them. Yeah.
Nice.
Has a little bit of that.
Awesome. Well, thank you for coming on.
Yeah, most
And we
certainly.
look forward to seeing your movie at the screening. What
Thank you.
screening group are you with?
We're Group A.
Okay.
We're quite early in the group.
Awesome. Cool.
All right. Well, thank
Well,
you, sir.
thank you,
Best
sir.
of
Come
luck
on
to you.
stage,
I'm very
and,
excited to see it.
We'll see you later.
Yeah, most certainly.
Table 32. There's two men. You're right in front of me. I see a checkered Not checker. What do you call that? Checker.
Hey,
shirt?
you guys, in table 32.
Table 32.
Yeah, you.
Table 32.
Hey.
Come on down.
You
Let's talk about
filmmakers?
your movie.
Oh, still, that's okay.
Oh, hell.
That's okay.
We want to hear from all
I still
different
want to hear from you.
perspectives.
Sure.
Team leaders or not, I don't care.
I tried to drink my mic for a second. I forgot what hand was
You
what.
try to drink.
Good luck with that.
So, welcome. What are your names and what team are you on?
My name is Clayton. My name is Connor. Personally, we're the Twins of Destruction, but we joined Team
Twins
Film
of
Corps.
Destruction?
Yes.
That is an awesome name.
I appreciate that. We joined Team Film Corps, led by Henry Walther.
Awesome, awesome. What were your roles on the production this weekend?
A lot of it was swing work, but particularly costume, prop, and special effect focus. But we would help where needed.
Nice. Special effects, did you do a lot of explosions?
No, meaning more like blood or anything.
So,
we were just
well, I mean, I didn't say like fire.
Well.
It could be blood bursts, head explosions, those sorts of things. Squibs, nice.
There wasn't. Hello? There wasn't much needed for special effects. They didn't know what genre we would get.
Yeah.
But they said just in case you're going to be in that role, we had to
So-
be ready for it. Yeah.
There's a lot of just in case when it comes
Oh,
to
for
the
sure.
48-hour
Oh,
film
yeah.
festival. But
Yeah.
so I'm glad we have you guys up here 'cause that's kind of a unique perspective, than just talking to the director or writer, So is this something that you guys do often, or is it? And do they know that they wanted to bring in specialized, work like you guys do? Or?
I do think that was part of the, getting us onto the team. We first joined Brandon and Taylor's team, Film Corps, last summer, and we worked on them on a project. So, we were prop people. So they had kind of, seen our work, and we're like, hey, we're doing a team. And then we joined again this summer, I think with almost the same intention. They've seen us work before, and they know we do costumes and props. So having us on the set, I think, just helped them knock down a very particular role. And they just knew that we would show.
And
so
we also like to help around wherever we can. So if they need to have something, we'll get it for them, wherever
Nice.
it is.
whatever we can do, yeah.
Nice.
So
Did the production run any hiccups or roadblocks at all, or was it pretty much smooth sailing?
I mean, I can't speak for the director himself,
Right.
but I think we just time.
Yeah.
We were shuffling around Pittsburgh like pack
Yeah,
rats.
and then there's
Oh.
traffic from the game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
You're lucky you weren't shooting today because the marathon and everything.
right,
Yeah.
and the weather as well, and I don't know, nothing really the team could have done. It's just time.
Yeah.
But we made it in time.
Yeah, we did, and it was well done.
Nice.
I enjoyed the company. It was
Yeah.
well done production.
We got 48 of those hours. What's the big deal? I mean, come on.
You don't need sleep. No one needs sleep, right? Nice.
So
can
are you?
Oh, go ahead, John.
I was gonna say. So you're telling me that if I needed a trout with a rifle sticking out of its mouth, you guys could make that happen?
Depends on how much you're paying.
And when do you need it by? And when do you need it by?
They said their names are the Twins of Destruction. I
Yeah,
think
there
they
you go.
could find a trout, like that easily.
Find or make.
For the right price.
For the right price, yes.
For the right price.
Find
It's
or
always
make.
the right
Yep.
price. Yeah.
So do you both work in the industry outside of the 48, or is this more or less just kind of a for fun type deal?
Last summer was the first time we've entered Pittsburgh film.
Yeah.
We did do a theater studies focus in college where costumes and props were the main goal, and we did enter a film New Works Festival. It was New Works General, and we uploaded a film where we did every role except for voice acting, and I mean every role,
Yeah.
and it won first place.
Yeah.
Wow,
So
awesome.
exiting college, we were walking away with a first place prize and $700. So a year later, when we started talking about Pittsburgh film, we kind of sort of had the drive. So when we started
to
going
enter
to
festivals and stuff
yeah,
like that.
so we were talking about events, and we're going to events and stuff. And then the 48 came up, and we were like, well, that sounds like a lot of fun. We never really knew what was around until we started looking. And like I said, after leaving college, it was just we wanted to look for more.
And still investigating if you can get paid for this or that.
Right.
Yeah.
But for now, it's mainly a hobby.
It's awesome.
Gotcha.
Well, most of the stuff, it starts off as a hobby, but then,
Yes.
as you make more contacts, as you meet more people, and that's one thing I love about the 48 is that it's a massive, networking
Yes.
event. Not only are you producing something, you're making something that you could show in another film festival or anything like that, but you meet people. And oftentimes,
Yes.
that's how you get jobs, is you meet people. They're like, hey, I saw you work on this thing, and you did great. So could be a Twins of Destruction end up being like, the next big film workers here in Pittsburgh.
You
I
also
hope.
meet people and you see them at their best and at their worst.
Yes. Yes, you do.
And you got to learn
You
to
have
get
to
along
learn
with
how
it.
how to get along with people in 48 hours.
That's right.
Very,
I'm not
very
awkwardly
quickly.
laughing at that. No.
I mean, it is kind of funny.
Yeah.
And you got to be able to go, okay, move on. Things happen.
Yeah.
Right.
And that's it.
Yeah.
It's the perfect exercise for learning not only self-control, but getting along.
Yes.
All stress and no sleeps make Jack a dull boy.
Awesome. So
Yeah.
so when is your film going to be screening? Just so that everyone
Group
can.
C.
Group
we believe,
C.
last I checked, it was Group C, yes.
I think so.
Yeah.
Yes.
So that'll be the 20th. That'll be May 20th.
I believe so.
Yep.
That's
I
flat
heard
out.
C's the best group.
I heard
I'm
there was
not gonna
heavy-
say that to every
there's
group
heavy
I talk to.
competition in Group C.
Yes.
Yeah.
There's a lot of really good filmmakers out there. We've seen the lineups for the other groups.
Yeah.
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 It's heavy.
Yes.
Awesome.
So, I think last summer, I think there was maybe 30-some teams. Now there's like 50.
Yeah.
53.
I
53.
think, yeah, and
Yeah.
we're like, whoa. I haven't
last
been doing this
summer
for a
was
year.
hard.
And I've
Yeah.
only done this for a year. So
Yeah.
I can't speak for the history
Yeah.
of the Pittsburgh 48, but that's a lot to me.
It
30
is.
to 50 in
Yeah.
1 year.
And last summer was hard.
Yes.
Yeah.
And that was tricky last summer. So I'm really excited to see what comes out.
Yes.
Well, definitely for people watching at home and who are in here at Riley's Poorhouse, make sure to check out Twins of Destruction's work in Group C with your team again. What was the group again?
Film Corps.
Film Corps.
Film
Yeah.
Corps.
Awesome. Well, thanks guys
All
for
right.
coming on.
Thank you.
Thank you very
And,
much. Appreciate it.
Enjoy the rap party.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Thanks, guys.
The rap party here at Ripley's Poorhouse. Come on down.
It's not. It's Riley's.
Right, wow. That's, and we're live.
Yeah, and we're live. So that's,
Again,
that
PJ's
is
not
right
listening.
there. That is
Riley's. Who said Ripley?
Right.
I don't know.
You
Ripley's
did.
Believe It
You
or
did.
Not. That's what I was
did.
thinking about. All right. I think we have a filmmaker here.
Do we have a filmmaker
waiting.
coming? Do we have
All
a
right.
filmmaker
We
coming?
all thank you for your patience
Yeah,
here.
come on up. Come on up. Oh, two filmmakers.
You got that? Okay.
He's one of the PAs who worked on
He's one
the
of the
set.
PAs.
Yeah.
Worked on the set, huh? You got to talk into the microphone, my
Talk
friend.
Now, obviously,
Like,
the
get
first
really
question
close to it.
is going to be am I good looking? You can
I
be
think
honest
you
with
are.
me. Thank you so
I
much.
think you're wonderful. I think you're a beautiful man.
Thank you.
He's
Actually,
beautiful, man.
no, we should actually be talking about the films.
talk about
films.
Tell
Oh, yeah,
us your
sorry, let's
names
go
and
track.
what group are you guys
Yes.
in?
So I'm Jesse Fang. I'm part of Paper Street Productions.
I'm Henry, also part of Paper Street Productions.
Nice.
Yeah.
So how was your weekend?
As everyone probably knows, hectic. I think it was really good. We were able to finish on time for our shooting. So
Yep.
we time boxed our thing to have 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. at the location. That was kind of a requirement from their end that
Yep.
we get everything out by 9 p.m. We finished shooting at exactly 8 p.m. So
Wow.
super cool. We were a little panicky in the beginning because our DP dropped out
That's kind
right
of a
in the
big
morning.
deal.
Yeah, and then
Who
so
needs to film it?
yeah, exactly. So our editor had to step in for a couple hours to do some DP work, but eventually he came in and came back. So luckily we got
He had a
everything
good
together.
excuse, right?
Yeah.
Why he dropped out, right? Like
Yeah,
he had a good
yeah.
excuse.
He said he was throwing up and all
Okay,
that,
that's a good
yeah, so-
excuse. You don't want
Yeah.
that guy.
So
around.
yeah, my dog ate my camera. Something.
Like,
That would be
that's a
Impressive.
big deal if the
See, but
dog
that-
ate the camera.
See, that would be crazy. If my dog ate my camera, then I would understand. But then I would need video evidence.
Oh, you'd get video evidence in about a
Yeah.
couple hours.
Yeah.
Every time the shutter changes, we beat the dog.
Yeah.
Imagine if it was like a GoPro where you could literally see what's going on.
Yeah, exactly. We need a 24-hour
Yeah.
surveillance.
There's
what-
your film right there.
What was your guys' film choices or
Yeah, so-
you had to pick from?
So we got sci-fi and road film.
Oh.
Now road, we were just like, no,
You're like, no, I'm not doing road film.
no. We
That's a lot of work for a
that's
road film.
a lot for 48 hours.
Yeah.
To do a road film, but yeah. So we got road film and sci-fi, and we chose sci-fi. So
I mean,
it's
there you
kind
go.
of no-brainer there.
so laser
Yeah.
guns, aliens, chest bursters, that sort of thing.
No, so we chose a little more subtle routes because we didn't have really makeup on deck. So we kind of made like I don't a medical retreat kind of a thing where
Yeah.
we're trying to get someone rescued out, and bit of mind control, bit of stuff that.
When high end, I like it.
Yeah,
It's
little.
cerebral.
Yeah, exactly.
Cerebral
in more than one way.
You know, if you need makeup, you should talk to these guys over here.
Oh yeah, I've worked with both of them. Yeah, yeah. I've worked with
They
both
can
of
get
them.
you anything.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
I know.
for a right price.
Yeah, they
They're
get
getting me
the
a
best.
trout right as we speak.
A trout.
With a gun.
When did you
With
make
the
that
gun.
deal?
Yeah.
When did you make that
a
deal?
fish
Sean?
that can shoot. A fish that can shoot a gun. Okay.
Well, it comes out its mouth, but it's a long story. But this is about you. This is about you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. So, what did the editing process? Were you guys involved in all that, or were you at least being?
Yeah.
updated
So
on it?
I directed, and my editor actually just came from his house like an hour ago, but pretty much he took care of all the editing as we were shooting. So the bulk of it was
That's-
as we were shooting.
When I've done teams, that's the way that you do it.
Yeah.
the
So
way
we
you do
were.
it.
So thankfully, like our DP came back because that was the original plan, and so we kind of put the finishing touches. I added some stuff, some scenes that our editor might have missed, but yeah, we everything went smoothly for us, thankfully.
That's good.
Yeah.
No software like
No, yeah, he
explosions.
Yeah, no software explosions, thankfully. Yeah, we had he had everything prepared. He had his Mac, he had his AirPods. He knew what he was doing, what he was getting to. Yeah, so yeah.
Henry, what did you?
I was a PA.
You were a PA. How was that?
It was fun,
It was fun?
It was a good experience. I got abused a little bit by the director.
I was gonna say,
Yeah,
did the director
abused
abuse it?
the hell
Because
out of
PA, like people got to respect the PA.
Yeah.
'Cause everyone starts out. Yeah, you weren't that guy, right?
I got spit on a few times.
You didn't.
Yeah,
Oh.
it was kind of crazy.
you can't look the director in the eye, okay?
Yeah. No eye contact.
Yeah.
That's the focus.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was one of those things where it's like, on a 48 team, the rules of like diplomacy on a set pretty much go out the window. It's like, oh, if you PA can't talk direct, it's like, no, that's happening.
Yeah. No.
Everyone was great, super nice. Director, nice guy. It was a fun experience.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So when's your film? What screening group is it with?
I'm group 4.
So D.
D, yeah.
Screening group D?
I think it said group, it's group 4 on the side.
So yeah, that'll
I
be
was
on the
between
20th?
4. Yes, 20th, 8:30.
8:30.
Yeah.
Yep.
And you guys are gonna win, right?
You're gonna win, right?
Oh yeah.
Hell yeah! I like the confidence.
Oh yeah. I mean, okay, look.
Yeah, I'll make sure of it.
None
You'll
of
make sure of it.
sure
PA
the
is
PA,
gonna PA
yeah. Look,
during the
yeah.
screening.
He's gonna make sure. I mean, we don't have like the other groups. I mean, they have gaff tape and a prayer, and people. I watch the film. I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, that's so good, and I can't believe that they made it in 48 hours. But I'm thankful that I'm thankful that we got this done, and
Well, it's
Can't
one of
wait.
those things.
Awesome.
Like you
Yeah.
made a movie, start to finish, in 48 hours. Whether you win or lose or not, like
it don't matter.
it doesn't matter.
Like PJ
you
said, the
made
only-
something in that short amount of time.
Yeah, the biggest the biggest opponent is yourself.
That's right.
Yeah,
right.
exactly. It's your own team.
Well, awesome, guys.
Yeah.
Thanks for coming on.
All right, thank
you.
you.
Look forward to seeing
Yes,
your
it was
movie
fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
on screen D on the 20th at 8:30.
Yeah, exactly.
All right.
Awesome.
We will be there.
Stay
All right.
tuned.
Enjoy
Thank
the
you
rap
guys.
party.
All right,
Yeah.
thank you.
Yeah, enjoy the rap. At Riley's.
At Riley's.
Riley's Poorhouse. Come on down. The shepherd pie is great.
Now, while we're waiting for more filmmakers to show up, come on, more filmmakers, show up. John, you ever done a 48?
I've done only 2. I've been an actor in one, and then I did everything that was needed for the other.
So you were like a PA?
Well, for the second one, I did a little bit of cinematography. I did editing. I did sound. I was
Yeah.
in it, so. But yeah, the first one was easy because I just got to show up and be an actor on it. I got to play like a homeless murderer.
Oh, is that what you get pigeonholed as? That's
Yeah,
what you're
yeah.
stereotyped
Yeah.
as?
People
I'm
look
a
at me and they
homeless
go-
murderer. Okay. Oh, hey, you got a face for it.
Usually it's a pseudo-intellectual doofus.
Okay.
It's usually what I get pigeonholed in as. I don't know what that means.
I don't know why. It's like, well, I do have a master's degree, and you're a doofus
In art.
in art. Yeah. So yeah, for me, you know, I've done the editing for it. That's typically where I do.
Have you ever done anything on a 48 other than editing, or is that like your jam there?
I did makeup. I did makeup for one. So our buddy Blake from grad school, I was on his team. And I did that. Hi Blake. Not watching this, but if you are,
Yeah. Then we appreciate it.
we appreciate it. Yeah, I was on Blake's team.
Okay.
And that was the first time I ever did a 48, but I did special effects makeup for that one.
That was I did one that year as well, and that was when we got romance as our genre. My friend, and I'll try to keep this PG, texted me back because he couldn't be there. He said, "Are you effing kidding me?"
So you're saying it was a bad time?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I made. I think I had to bloody up somebody it was a cop movie. It was like a mystery type thing.
Yeah.
And I had to put blood on somebody. Well, that was fun, and I'm always for that.
Yeah.
But no, I generally now, this is the first year in the past 3 48s that I didn't do a team.
Okay. Yeah.
And I've always done the editing for it, and I love that. But it's one of those things. And I think I posted this during the horror one. Yeah. I posted a picture of myself after the 48 horror one, and I literally was like exhausted.
You're like Danny Glover. You're getting too old for this shit.
I mean, it pretty much was. Like, I had only gotten like 2 hours of sleep because I'm the crazy person who wants to have like a rough cut going into Sunday. So like at 3 a.m., I have a rough cut done, and our camera guy, Brian Cimini, that's his hand, he's been DP on a couple of those, and I tell him, like, I want to have a rough cut done at 3 a.m. so that Sunday is color and sound. Because it doesn't get enough love, and I'm one of those people who has to do that. But yeah, it's one of those things. Having that workflow, it's exhausting. But even before that, I mean, I was the city editor for the 48 for a number of years before PJ was involved. But
Okay. Yeah, I remember our friend Tim Roberts. I actually thought he was going to die.
I was gonna die.
There was a point where he had been up because he was up earlier in the day before they even picked the thing. I think he had been up for like 53 straight hours, and he told me that he was legitimately hallucinating.
Yeah, that's something.
Yeah.
I've heard. We've had a couple of our friends who've done 48s. Like I know Tim and Nikki did one, and was that the one you were on?
Oh no! I did one with my friend Brian Takish, who went to Point Park.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So our friend Tim and Nikki, they had done one, and like it's one of those things where if you do a 48 with your friends, it can stretch that friendship.
Yeah.
If it goes wrong, it's like, oh god, yikes.
I was editing the film at Chatham, and for people that don't know, there's like an upstairs loft area with the most uncomfortable couches on earth, and I think I got a solid 2.5 hours of sleep. But that saved my ass. Otherwise, I wouldn't have been able to finish that movie.
So, I guess my question is, what do you think goes into a 48-hour film project team? What makes a good team for you in your experience?
Grit and narcolepsy. Yeah.
Grit.
I think that's really, more than even talent, you just need people that are willing to do it. You know, the worst thing you can have is somebody who goes, oh, sure, I guess I'll do it. I've never done it before, whatever. And then that person is just like drops out after 24 hours.
Well, it's a gauntlet. Like, that's the word I use for it, is gauntlet.
Yeah.
It is absolutely 100% a gauntlet. It will stretch you in ways that you didn't think were possible. It'll either build friendships or ruin them.
That's what stretch in different ways you didn't think possible. That's what she said.
That is what she said. I was
yeah.
waiting for you to do that. I was waiting for you to do that.
As we talked with some of the folks that we've talked up here on stage, it'll bring out the best and the worst in everyone involved.
Yeah.
You'll start to see after 30 hours of no sleep, who's the crazy tough and the phony brave.
The crazy tough and phony brave. Yeah. Awesome. Yeah. Awesome. So you're not just a creepy guy with a camera, right?
No, I'm not.
Okay, I was worried. I was like,
Brian,
I see you coming in.
You're going to typecast this poor innocent man as creepy. Yeah. Stop it.
Well, welcome.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Can you tell us your names and what team you're with?
I'm Sam Moose, and I'm on the Lincoln Park team.
I am Tiana Moore, and I am also on the Lincoln Park team.
Awesome. I think we talked to one of your
keep cheering. Woo!
Yes, cheer. Come on. Cheer for the filmmakers.
Yeah.
Awesome. So I think we talked to one of your other co-filmmakers.
Zach. Yeah, there he is.
There he is. Yeah. So what was your weekend like?
Oh, it was a fun weekend. A lot of twists and turns, I would say.
See,
And
you're still young. You're like,
Yeah.
it was fun. See,
was
if I
fun.
did it now, I'm like, I hurt. I'm sad.
It was so we wrote our first script, and it was not anything what we were like supposed to do. So we were like,
Yeah.
okay, well, it's time to rewrite that. And when we decided to rewrite it, it was like already like almost midnight. So it was just like, well, I'm staying up today. So a sleepless night.
What was your role on the film?
I was the director.
You were the director?
Yes.
Is this your first time directing anything?
Yes, it was my first.
Oh.
Yeah.
The key is just to speak confidently and push people around. That's 90% of directing.
I found that out very quickly. Just standing there and be like, all right, well, you guys go over there and like let's see what this looks like, and that was half the battle.
Louder, more energy.
Louder,
That's all you
more.
have to say.
Okay, George. Lucas. What about you? What was your role on the film?
I was one of the producers.
Very cool.
Yeah.
You were at the money.
See, that's an underappreciated
It is.
art form. Nobody wants to be a producer, but no film happens without a
It's
producer.
true.
I actually really wanted to be producer.
Cool.
Yeah.
An amazing producer she was.
Really?
Yeah. I think we got like, the reason why we got our location was because of her. So, yeah, it was very nice.
Oh, quit being so modest. It's true. It's damn true.
No, it's
Yeah.
true.
I wasn't
Honestly,
even there, and
like
I
the
know it.
producer is
Yeah.
the one who's got all the connections. He's going to get you there everything you need. You know, director can come in with a vision, but like if the producer doesn't say, "Hey, I got you all the tools inside the sandbox," the film doesn't happen. So,
Yeah, it was. Yeah, that was really like a helpful
Awesome.
thing.
so were there any like you said there's twists and turns? Can you divulge some did like anything like explode, break?
just
I
like-
sense a
just like-
story.
Our teacher was one of our actors, so like that was
uh-oh.
also
That's gotta be
Both
fun.
of them are actually
Yeah.
our actors.
So
both
Monday
of them.
morning's gonna be real weird.
yeah. So
It's
that-
gonna be real
There's
weird.
definitely that, and also editing. There was definitely we like lost some of our footage, and we had to like recover the drive because like the footage was like, oh, it was horrible. But
You had backups, right?
yeah,
Thank
it,
God.
It was
Back up your backup.
yeah, it was definitely
Nobody
Uh,
wants to buy 2 hard drives, but when
No,
your
they
one
don't.
hard drive fails,
Yeah.
should have got 2 hard drives.
yeah.
Yeah.
It was yeah. It was.
So what? Can you tell us what genre you had for your film?
We had silent film.
That's
and
right.
buddy film.
Yeah.
So originally
That's right.
we thought, I don't know how we like really. Originally I wasn't too excited to do it, but then as the ideas like really started to come together and like everything, I was like, you know what, it's probably for the best.
Well, I mean, from a production standpoint, I mean, you don't have to really. If you got silent film,
Yeah,
you
so,
don't have to
like,
worry about
we
like
don't- we didn't-
capturing
or
the
audio.
Yeah.
like,
Well, I
that
mean, you got to
was-
worry about like the music underneath
Yeah,
it, right?
we had-
like setting the tone
We had
for it.
amazing
Yeah.
composers, Jenny, Hannah.
You
and
had composers
Magdalena.
out in the audience right there.
Yeah, they're right there.
Jenny and
Yeah.
Hannah.
Jenny, Hannah, and
Oh, Jenny Hannah. Yeah.
yes,
Yes.
and Magdalena.
I've always said they were the best in the biz.
Yes.
Absolute best in the biz.
They came up. It came when they say music was like 50% of your film.
Yeah.
It's just like it's always that like final touch that really just like, oh my gosh, it was like perfect, and yeah, it made it come together so much more.
Having a silent film, did that help with your directing? Because you could just yell out during the
Yeah,
action?
definitely. Yeah, you could definitely be like, all right, well, let's redo this, and then we didn't have to like re-slate or anything. It was
But even just
definitely
like something
easier.
like you could, basically like, because if you're dealing with actors who aren't like, obviously if you're in high school, you might not have like, actors who can always take direction easier. So like for you as a director, it's probably easier that it was silent because you could say, all right, do this and just have it roll, and they can do the thing almost live.
Yeah.
You
It
know?
was working. I mean, we do have like really good actors. We even got our main protagonist, Brielle. That's her name. We got her to cry, so she was like crying because it was on a very emotional scene. So her being able to do that was like almost like mind-boggling.
She didn't
I
have to
didn't
like
even know
poke
she
herself in the eye or anything like that. Like
No,
to get the
she, like,
tears.
She just yawned, and she would just make herself yawn, and then she would cry.
That happens to me. That's allergies. Yeah, I have to often tell people that I'm like, don't worry about me if you see tears running down my face because I just yawned. So yeah, that's a unique talent to be able to cry on command
Very
like
cool.
that. Yeah.
You had laughed when I mentioned any crazy stories. Aside from the hard drives almost crashing, any crazy stories happen?
Well, we were working at our school,
Yeah.
so that was just in itself crazy because we were there all weekend. We were there all week, and we were going to be there all week this week. So just
You're just
people
like,
got
I don't
really
want to be at
tired.
school.
Yeah, we got really
Okay.
tired of being in there,
Yeah.
and that caused some problems along the way. But we fixed them, and yeah, that was about it.
So tell our streaming audience and our live audience where they can watch your film. What screening group are you with?
We're in Group A.
Group
yeah,
A.
we're in
So
Group
that's
A.
on the 19th. I think
Yes.
it's
A for awesome.
I
I
think
think
it's
that's in the
6:30.
Oakwoods, the Oakwoods Theater.
I believe
Yeah, the
so.
Oaks Theater.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. That's
Awesome.
where you can go see our film.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, thanks
All
for
right.
coming
Yeah,
up.
Yeah,
Thank
and
you.
before
And,
you
enjoy
guys
the rest of
go,
that
you
party.
know, don't tell your dad, but you want to sip of
No, come on,
all right,
come on,
all right.
come on. Not doing it.
Thank you guys.
All right,
Appreciate
thank
it.
My name's Joanne.
Hi, Joanne.
I am with Steelheart Films as a
Nice.
composer,
Okay.
and I'm with Ed Bates.
Yep.
I'll tell you a little bit about it.
Oh, you
When
guys
we
got
somebody else coming up.
vacation, holiday, and romance. That seems like that's a little hard to work with there. Yeah.
You're like,
Yeah, it
I'm not
was a
going to mince
challenge.
words. It was bad.
It was a challenge, to say the least.
Well, part of the problem is that I spent 2 months preparing for one thing, and it became something else.
Ah.
So
yeah.
that was part of the problem. But we decided to go with romance, and the actress that we had recruited a month and a half ago were brilliant people, and they did a great job, and we pulled it off amazingly enough, and I was quite happy with it. This is Elvin Green, one of our writers, and then Joanne Louise, or Lewis.
It's actually, my real name is actually Joanne Muley, but my stage name is Joanne Louise. So I'm actually on two projects, so I'll be on this one and with experimental productions as
You
well
did
as
too?
as a composer, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah,
Damn.
she's our composer.
Yeah.
So I had to write 2 scores
Oh.
in 48 hours, and I had to work, and I had to, do a whole bunch of other things.
Yeah.
It was just maddening.
That's insane.
Talk about psycho.
Well, I was going to say, like, that's to jump between two teams.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And then I'm sure they're also, like, feeling like, so what was the other team like?
Well, rest assured, each one of them has their own original score
Yeah.
with completely original music. That's all their own.
What was the other? What was their genre they worked on?
Theirs was. You'd have to bring them up here.
Okay.
But since I'm with Steelheart Films, we did romance, and it turned out really, really well. We
That's
had
what I hear. I haven't
really
seen it yet
Great.
because my internet connection is. It's conspiring against me, but I hear that it's marvelous.
Were you
It's
the director? I know you mentioned you were the you were
Writer
director.
and one
Writer
of
and
the, one
director?
of the co-writers.
You got that director confidence, that director energy.
Well, I also
does,
play
he
God
does.
in the movie.
He's
so.
God. He's God.
Well, listen to that voice. Right?
Well-
Just listening to this, yeah, I buy
Thanks
that.
for coming on, God.
It was my pleasure. But we had it was loads of fun. It's a bucket list item.
Yep.
I've been a writer for a short time. Well, I come from a family of circus people, so to speak, and we've always been storytellers. So this was kind of a bucket item to write and produce or shoot a film.
Yeah.
So now we have Steelheart Films, and we have a lot of projects on deck that we're going to work on, and we got a good crew, and this has been a rewarding experience.
So this is the first.
Haven't
This
slept
was the
yet.
first. Well, this is the first time making a movie.
Yes.
Period.
Yes, I've been an actor, and I've watched people make
Yeah.
movies. But this is the first time where I got to say action.
It's addictive. I'm going to tell you right now. Once you dip your foot into it, and you won't want to ever go back.
Exactly.
And
Exactly. We had a great time. We were told that we couldn't film on a public sidewalk at one time.
But it's a public
Well,
sidewalk.
here's the thing with that. Yeah. Is that if you set down a tripod, you need a permit. If you're handheld, they can't tell you
They can't tell you anything.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
Good to know.
Well, they
It's good
didn't. They didn't tell us until after we were done.
Yeah.
So I was like,
It's easier to beg for forgiveness than ask for permission sometimes.
yeah.
But yes, if you go in without a tripod, you're good.
Really?
Yeah.
Excellent. Was that handheld or not? I didn't.
Use a tiny camera too. Don't use like a big gigantic camera for that sort of thing.
I grew up in a. I used to do journalism, photography as
Yeah.
well, and I learned early on that if you have a good enough camera, you can walk in just about any door. So I've taken pictures in Congress, and simply because I had a nice camera. I got to take a picture of. I got to shoot, and this is an improper way to say it, Barack Obama.
Yeah.
When he was running for office, and I just walk in like I know what I'm doing. The Secret Service are harder to fool that way, though.
They're like, you think you're the first person with a fancy camera to come up to me?
Right. So they stopped me immediately.
Yeah.
But they were like, I was like, oh, I'm here with so and so press, and where are your credentials? Well, my name's on there somewhere, and
Did you not see the fancy camera?
yeah.
See this? Around
That's
my
the
neck?
credentials.
And he was like, well, my dog got one of those. But,
I would be like, I'd like to see that.
Yeah.
If your dog has a fancy camera.
well, the dog was sitting there like, I'm going to take yours.
See, that's-
One wrong move.
That's what I do as a director. I just act like I'm supposed to be there.
Exactly.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well,
just-
he shows up with like the puffy 1920s like riding pants and the beret and has a shirt that says "I'm director." That's it. That's what he does.
Well, someone once told me that a deep voice and a stern attitude will get you a long way.
Oh yes. Yeah.
And I have taken advantage of that more than
That's why I'm in podcasting.
There you go.
There you go.
So, but this is, like I said, this has been a rewarding experience, and as you said, I'm done now. This is what I do. When people ask me, what do I do for a career? Director. When the people look at my dating profile, director. That's
Can we still hire you as an actor though?
well, yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
So, sir, you said you were the writer on the film,
Yes.
correct? Yeah. What was the process like for you as a writer?
Insane.
Insane?
You don't. Yeah. You have no idea going into it what your genre is going to be, what you're going to do, how long.
Right. And also, as Edward mentioned, he already had a whole concept
Yeah.
that he wanted to try to work with, right? Wanted to do.
Right.
So, for me coming on board, it was kind of balancing what he already wanted to do
Right.
with the whole 48-hour format,
Yeah.
right, and process. So we go through the selection, genre, prop, character,
Yeah.
line, and then we were not together. We were online, right?
That must have made it difficult.
So we were doing a Google meeting, right?
Yeah.
And it was difficult. Internet, totally misbehaving. We wound up.
Well, it's because you wanted the internet to work at the time. You wanted it to work,
Exactly.
right? Like that's when you wanted to work.
So we wound up on the phone.
Oh God.
Okay. We basically wrote half the script on the phone.
And it worked.
But it worked, right?
Yeah.
If it works, it works, and it
Yeah.
works.
And I have no. This is the first time I wrote a screenplay, so I had no idea how much time we were using.
Yeah.
So the whole day yesterday when we were filming, I'm sure we're well under 3 minutes. And so I'm like, well, maybe we could do some background or some B-roll and all that kind of stuff to fill it up. And then our editor called me like 6 o'clock this morning. Said, we're way over. What we took, we're way over, and we have to cut it way back, which was good news to me.
That's good news.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
very good news.
Better than
That's
being
the
too
problem.
short. It's like that's all of our footage.
It's like, what do you
That-
mean
that
it's
was
only
my
2
fear.
minutes?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but working with this gentleman was great because he knows what he's doing, and one of the best decisions I made was bringing him on board because
Awesome.
I have no clue. I write short stories and poems. This guy knew how to write a screenplay.
Yeah.
Well, it's
I've
good.
done some screenwriting before. So.
Well, it's one of the things. I mean, we mentioned it earlier, but when you're building a group for this, a lot of people think like you have to be like the one person who does everything, and that's not how it is at all.
That's
and if
not
anything,
what a movie is.
you have to have the surround yourself with good, talented people. You know, people who are going to bring their own flavor to your vision. So it's great.
Well,
that it
but
worked
there's
out.
also a balance with that too,
Yeah.
because I also discovered, and he said it to me as well.
Yeah.
Everybody is a writer.
It's
Because
true.
And while
That is
we're
very
sitting there,
true.
we're working on something. All of a sudden, the assistant PA comes up and, well, why don't we do?
No.
No.
You don't want too many cooks in the kitchen.
Right. Exactly. Exactly. I mean, I
Everything will
love
just
everybody
taste
that
like
was
salt
working with.
after a while. Yeah.
I love everyone that was working with us, but we only have 48 hours to make a
Right.
movie.
Right.
So while we're sitting there working, it was him, myself, and the camera guy, our head camera guy, director of photography, trying to figure out how we're going to film a certain shot and what was the dialogue going to be.
Yeah.
And then somebody else comes up, well, what if we do space aliens coming down from... No,
How about no?
Yeah, exactly.
That's the next movie. How about that?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm going to remember that line.
It's like you don't want to crush the dreams.
Exactly.
You just want to be like, that's the next movie.
We'll do
We
that when we
love
have
that you're
49
here.
hours.
Yeah. I appreciate your input.
Right, exactly.
But no. Awesome. So, what screening group are you with? You know what screening group?
Steelheart Films.
No,
I'm
but
sorry.
like what's actual green?
A, B, C, or D.
Is it
For
A, B,
which
C?
I believe we're A. We're 6:30 on the 19th.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. So for the people who are in our audience who are streaming live at home, 6:30 on the 19th. Check out Steelheart Films.
Exactly.
Awesome. Right.
Hey, how you doing?
Hello.
Not too bad. Not too bad.
Oh, my buddy Joe joined me. Hell yeah.
Yeah, I thought you wanted me to.
Hell yeah, I do.
Good.
All right.
Oh yeah, it's on. Just talk right into it.
Just bring
I would
it
say don't
close
be
and
afraid of the mic. You can
enunciate.
get right up on that like that.
You can even do some vocal exercises first if you want. The Green Lantern was turned down for a bank loan. It'll really help the flow of the voice. Yeah.
Oh, this is awesome.
So, what are your names and what group were you with?
My name is Samantha Vito. I'm with Vitoed Films.
I'm Jonathan. I'm also with Vito Films. I'm an actor.
Yep.
Nice.
All right. And yeah. So were you an actor on the film? Like, what were your guys' involvement with the project here?
I own Vito Films. I'm the director, writer, producer, makeup, you name it. I do it.
You do.
Good God.
Did your neck hurt wearing all those hats?
Yes.
And and I was an actor in the film. I played a fancy cannibal in the
A
film.
fancy cannibal,
He was super fancy.
like with top hat and tails and everything.
Well, no.
Oh man, I should have brought my
If
top
only.
hat.
If only. I wore like a blue tie with a jacket, white shirt, dress pants, but like, it was really fun.
It was fun.
Next time you're a cannibal, I'm bringing my top hat.
I would love that actually.
Yeah. So, do I want to ask what type of movie you did then, since it was clearly cannibalism involved?
It was delicious. We had our category was food film.
Just kind of took the
All
Western off to
Western.
the side.
Nice.
Right?
Yeah, I
Nice.
saw the Western like, nope.
Yeah. Don't know
Nice.
anybody that has horses, I'm guessing. Yeah.
I do know people, but they're all assholes.
Those are horse people.
Yeah.
Not worth it.
Unless any of you are horse people, then I take it back.
Awesome. So, any hiccups this weekend? Anything happened this weekend while you were filming that kind of threw you for a loop?
Outside of my kids driving me nuts, nothing.
Well, I mean, yeah, that's the kind of hiccup.
No, everything surprisingly went well outside of, there was some camera issues. The coloring was all messed up when we was filming, and when I put everything together in the editing, the colors were completely different.
Oh.
So I had a long color correction today.
That's when you make the film in black and white, and then you start to try to think up some artistic reason you did
Yes.
black
Yeah,
and white.
yeah, autistic.
Yes. Well, it's fancy and scary, so it's black and white, clearly.
That is true. I'm not using that as my next excuse.
There you go.
And don't forget about my dog Stitch was in the film. He played like a little distraction for the cannibals to like kill a person. He was a little bit barking in the background.
He was fine. This is why we don't eat dogs in my films. The dogs always live.
Animals are off limits, by the way.
Dogs are off limits. Cats are assholes.
I'll take it.
There is a website called Does the Dog Die? Where you can find out in a movie if any animals are harmed or die in the narrative, I should say.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So, as an actor and sitting with your director, what was the experience like? And I mean, you don't need to like dish a whole movie, but what was the experience like for you? Because you and I worked on one. We worked on. We did. We worked on one. Or I was the editor on.
Small town.
It's Pittsburgh.
It's a super
man.
small town.
It's a super small town. So, what was the experience like working with your director, and especially playing a fancy cannibal for you?
I had a ball. It was lots of fun, and we did films with her in the past. And she is an amazing director, amazing producer, and yeah, and what's funny is she's the best. She brings the energy, and she just means a lot to me. And plus, like,
Stop it.
I will never stop. And
No, you need to start. Yeah.
And plus, like, she knows what she wants on set. She knows the direction to give, and when to give it. She knows when to She knows how actors feel and like how they have to emote that what the character's feeling on screen.
Right.
So I think that means it's really important, and it's been really nice.
Safety and well-being of my crew is the most important.
That's right.
Above my own films is like my people gotta come first.
That's right. What's your directing style like? Like, how do you as a director get the performance out of the actor?
Well, very chaotically. At least in my opinion, I'm very chaotic. But I try to break it down. I try to write the script as clearly as possible. When actors have to promote or project an emotion, I'll write it in the script next to the name above the line. So, Mark, sarcastically, this line.
Yeah.
And that helps them get a sense of the tone and the mood of where I'm going. If they have questions, I'm always happy to break things down. I want my people to ask questions. It's like, what's the backstory? How should I feel? How should this actor look? What's the explanation between this? Like, I'll break it all down because in my head, I even got backstories. So I don't know why I got to write the backstories to my scripts, but
it's important because it gives your actor an idea of just how they got to the point within the script. Because it's one of those things that actors come into this and they have to basically embody someone else. So you have to know what those details are. So that's why those backstories are important.
Yeah, I try to clearly express what is the emotional connection between each character in the film.
Yeah.
How is everyone related? And as we do scenes, I'll explain things. I like doing a bunch of dry run-throughs first, so everyone remembers the lines a lot easier when we do film. And if they have questions, I can redirect them before we start filming. Filming for me takes, 4 or 5 hours. And I think that's really quick, but before that, it's hair, makeup, explanation, a whole lot of explanation. I'm doing my best not to cuss.
It's hard for us too.
PG-13 swears. You know, if you can get away with it in a Marvel movie, you can say it, I think. Yeah.
Oh, hell.
Pee-pee, caca, fart. You know.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go. So I gotta ask a question. As a horror film fan, was there lots of blood in this one?
Sadly, no.
Oh.
I can only do so much with a beef tartare. But he was delicious. That was an actual beef tartare I made on set too.
Really?
That was the proper thing.
Did you just cook it in a little bit of like lime juice or something to just get a par cook it? Or
No, the beef is raw.
Yeah.
So you thinly slice it and roughly mince it. Okay. And then you gotta have like parsley, you gotta mince up, capers, pickles, mix it all in together. And you put a raw egg on top, so you gotta separate the egg and put it really gently on top. Egg yolks. Egg yolks are hell.
I like this to turn into a cooking.
This
May
is
I
cooking
say,
show.
Yeah.
you're a really good
Cooking
cook.
with cannibals.
And you are a really good cook, too.
I have always loved cooking.
Awesome.
That's why I know weird shit.
Awesome.
No one heard that.
No one heard that at all. Not on the stream or not in person. So, what screening group are you with? So people can know when to watch it.
I'm in Group A.
Group A.
We have a lot of Group A's.
A lot of Group A's.
Yeah.
So 19th, adding at what, 6:30?
6:30. Yes.
6:30. Yeah.
Yep, and I will be though.
Awesome.
All right, and all of you should be too.
Join
Come
us.
on out. This is support the
us
biggest
for the
movement
party.
going on in the city, the Pittsburgh 48-hour film.
Plus, what other time are you going to see a fancy cannibal in a movie? Come on. I mean,
Yeah, right?
I
Where
know.
else are you going to see that?
Yeah. Awesome.
All right, well, thank you.
Well,
Thank
thanks.
you, folks. Thank you so much. Appreciate
Pleasure.
it. Yeah.
Good to see you again.
All right.
No, I'm trapped.
See you, too.
Take
And
care.
enjoy
and
the rest
best
of the rap
luck to
party.
you.
And this guy knows how to use a microphone, so he's really good. He's a pro.
Oh, I was baked, and Amy wasn't having any part of that. You know, like and they could tell that, like, yeah, Amy was not having a part of it. And I'm just like, okay, this is fun. Are we gonna have sex now? I don't
I may have hit on him a little bit. Just
I thought that was the point, but
Yes,
apparently,
yes.
you know, eventually they gave me the ball and said, run along. It was
So
very
he was your
merciful.
improv guy.
Yeah. Well, oh no, he was one of the.
No, I was one of the
people that
victims.
I
You were one of
gave
the
the
victims?
balls. To.
I mean, patrons, fans, only fans, patron.
So go,
just
give us your name.
Just so Brian doesn't have to say it. Tell us your name.
Oh,
and
I'm-
what group you were in.
I'm Andrew Laswell, and Brian may understand the origin of my my company, Impaled Films.
Oh, a little bit.
Little bit.
Little bit.
Brian and I worked on
We
a
go
project
way,
together
way back.
quite a few years ago, where I sewed my mouth shut while singing a song. I think
You sewed your mouth shut, and I believe you did. I think you hammered.
Oh,
And we did the straight jacket, and the nail.
You did
of
the
course,
straight jacket.
I was the
love
nail.
that.
Yeah.
I saw it. Yeah.
Yeah, he was in my documentary.
That was awesome.
Yes, that's
Yeah. So
that's
you had some history with film.
barely. I mean,
Oh, no, you had
I've
done
never
some.
made. I've never made one. I've done
You would
some
act in a couple of
extra
them.
work. I've done some a
Yeah.
little bit of acting, a little bit of like special clowning, extra fire
Yeah.
juggling shit.
Yeah, because I think you and Mandy were in a couple things.
We were into it. Well, I was in one of the. Duh.
Should I not mention?
If you convince Mandy that somebody actually found a copy of Slappy Happy Fat Chick and released it, she will die in front of you.
Slappy, happy,
Awesome.
fat chick.
Yeah, we used to
Available now on beta.
I think we
and
put that on a
Laserdisc.
flyer once. That we were going to have a show and we were going to release Slappy Happy Fat Chick finally, and she was like, "What?"
Yeah. So first time, were you behind the camera or were you directing or, or just editing?
Directing and writing, and not so much directing, because I was trying to do so many other things. Eventually, boom mic, operation,
Yeah.
But I did get my instructions across. First I did a music for one last year.
Yeah.
The Freak Out was a bunch of circus clowns, curiously enough. But I wasn't acting in that. I just did the soundtrack to it. And after seeing the process, I was like, this looks fun. I bet you I could write this. And we did.
Now you had medical, doctor film, and detective and cop. Did you do both or did one?
We were toying with the idea of being like really prescient and big and going big and serious with a story about people wrangling with the sudden illegality of getting a safe abortion.
Oh, going
Okay.
topical.
And,
topical.
and we fell right off that pretty quickly and went with a straight detective story.
Well, I gotta say, PJ, come on, medical, doctor film, and detective cop. You masochist.
Yeah, he was expecting somebody to do exactly what I was just talking about. I'm sorry to disappoint you, PJ.
And detective cop.
It is Quincy. It's totally Quincy. Quincy 2, Electric Boogaloo.
Electric Boogaloo. Yeah, you got
But with an eye to current events.
Yeah.
Since so many things are now illegal.
That's right. That's right.
So yeah, doing a
Stream's
detective
gonna get
film.
cut off right now.
Yeah, that's why it's always good to have a trench coat around. I feel right.
Absolutely.
That's right.
So yeah, what was when you got the genres, like what was the writing process, the pre-production, like before you guys started shooting? Like, was it chaos, or was it just, all right, let's streamline this, get this done?
No, we had no idea what we were doing. We got in the car. I'm spitballing things the entire ride home. We had like 7 starts, of ideas, and then we, just happened on this one theme that we decided we really had to stick to. Even though I brought up a couple of times, we could do a lot more if we dropped that, but we decided not to and pushed forward and are very pleased, with the results. So once we locked it down, oh gosh, about 11:30 Friday night, it occurred to me that I should probably look up what a detective film is. Like, what are the parameters that make a detective film a detective film? And I looked them up, and I'm like, everybody, we don't have most of these. We have to rewrite.
It doesn't stop raining in my city. The city cries for me.
Precisely.
Yeah.
But apparently, to be a detective film, you have to have a serious crime. You have to have a false accusation, or at least a hint of one. You have to have clues that everybody gets to see, but only the detective puts together and sews all up at the end, and then some sort of retribution for the criminal who's been caught. We managed to squeeze it all in.
Well, is there, in like the screenwriting, like as a example, like, is it Bill drives this Lamborghini and you go, hey, we got 48 hours. How about Bill drives my Chevy Impala? Like, did you have to
there were plenty
wrangle things in?
Plenty of compromises. Plenty of times I had to stop and say, no. Stop my better ideas. Yeah. My better ideas can stop now. Kind of thing. This is good.
Well, it's one of those things, like, in your head, you're like, I can do this, this, and this, but again, it's like you've got 48 hours, and really, you really only have like 8, because your shoot day is 8 hours, like or longer if you want to kill your cast and crew.
I think we got all our shooting done in 6.
That's awesome.
And you didn't even need any editing, because everybody was one take Johnny, right? And there was you didn't need to edit anything.
My editor needed editing.
Did you do editing?
Miguel Segay the third, conga player, heads up Garacha, teaches salsa classes, plays conga in my band, the Liberty Tubes.
Yep.
He has experience editing, so he came over last night with a bottle of Tullamore Dew, and I found him this morning when I woke up on the porch with the headphones and the laptop and just snoozing on his hand.
Drooling on the keyboard.
And then I learned how to edit. And
the picture you posted on Facebook
undoing,
today, I was just like, oh man,
I did a lot of undoing, redoing, fixing. Oh, that's bad. That's really bad. We got to fix that. And but yeah. And once again, there were 7 more things that I wanted to do, and it was like such a relief to be coming down the Parkway at 7:50, being like, it's too late now.
Well, here's the thing. Here's the one thing I will say. Like, it's not really too late, because even for the 48, obviously you want to get it done on time. You want to be in the running. You can always go back in after the fact.
I could
tweak and do things that you really want to do.
Absolutely,
and I always encourage people to do that.
Well, maybe I will. Yeah, I've got plenty of other shit to do, and I'm looking forward to making a better movie. I've made my first bad film. Now I can go on to make a good film eventually.
You only go up.
Oh,
That's it.
yeah,
Unless
hopefully.
you're Neil Breen. You don't go up then. He doesn't go up. Ever.
I like that you got to dig
I
at
have to
Neil.
dig at him. I hate him. But no, I'm glad to see, because I've known you for a while, I'm glad to see you jump into film head first.
I'm really excited. I'm really excited. And you were kind of inspiring, back in the day whenever I came over to your place. I don't know what the hell we were doing, but I had to do something with you, and you had your editor out, and you were, doing shit with the movies. I don't know. What were we doing?
I think I was music.
Was that
you know what it was? It was your B-roll. I need a B-roll from you performing from way back in the 90s.
That's right, because you were doing the historical shit, and I brought
Yeah.
that shit over. I remember that.
And that stuff was great. I still go back
It's
to
a family show.
I mean,
I don't see
anything. Children, so I think we're cool.
Poop, damn, fart.
Poop, damn.
We're fine. Yeah.
If that's a Reuben, it goes with that beer.
That's a roof.
Thank you.
Goes with that.
We are live.
We are live. So, when what screening group is Impaled Films with?
We're going to be in D, so we'll be shown later on Saturday night, the 20th. I will miss it.
You're gonna miss
I will not get to watch my movie on the big screen, or at least any bigger than my TV.
Well, you might, because if it gets in the awards,
if it goes on, maybe I'll get to see it in the Oaks Theater. Depends on my rehearsal schedule for the next play I'm in. But I'm doing Millville Music Fest. I'm hosting and running sound at Lumberjacks's all weekend, and my band is playing there that night, or Friday night. And there's no way they could find a person to replace a host and a sound engineer at a stage, and that they have enough trouble getting hands.
Yeah.
So I'm going to send my representatives, and I'm going to be sad.
Have them take pictures and videos. You know, it'll be like you were there. Yeah.
All right. Yeah. Sneak in the old VHS.
Yeah.
With a trench coat.
Yeah.
With trench coats. There you go.
What's your name?
John.
John. All right.
John.
Andrew. Yeah.
Well, Andrew,
Nice
awesome
to
to
meet you
reconnect with you. I'm
officially,
glad everything's going well. I'm glad you jumped into movies. Glad you did it. And I can't wait to see it. I seriously
Thank you,
can't.
and I'm looking forward to more. Thanks, Brian. Thanks, John.
Awesome.
Yeah, no
Enjoy
problem.
the rest
Thank
of
you. Let's see. Well, I just wanted to say, like, obviously he just said he learned from you. There's an old saying in the biz: once you go Connington, you'll never go wrong again.
You just made that up on the spot.
Oh no, it's an old saying.
It's almost like you've done improv before.
Wow, we got some class up here now. Look at this fancy look here.
No,
Yeah.
I think I wear red every day.
Red's a good color.
Yeah,
it
thank
works
you.
for you. I like it. So,
Thank you.
So what's your name and what team were you with?
My name's Lindsay Herring. I was with Camp Crestone Productions, and this is their second year doing it. But this is my first year doing 48, and I was an actor, and it was really fun.
It was fun?
Yeah.
What can you give us a little idea of what your role was?
Yes.
Like a little hint?
So our genre was heist.
Oh.
Yes, which
didn't go horror. See, I would assume like horror if given the option. But you guys did heist. Okay.
We had horror and heist, and I guess they did the October horror
Horror now.
48,
Horror
and so so they were like, let's try something new, heist, which I think is like so hard to do within a short time period.
Yeah.
Especially a short film, because a heist is like you need all of these steps.
It's choreographed.
Yes.
Like everything has to be choreographed.
Yes. So very ambitious, but very fun. I played the love interest.
Oh.
Yes. And I was helping my new girlfriend be able to reclaim her house. It was going to be repossessed, and we had to make it work.
Nice.
Yeah.
Does it have like Ocean's 11 vibes? Like, here's the plan. He's our proverbial inside man, and
We did. I did a voiceover of me being like, "This is what we're doing," and then like each step. It was very fun.
No,
Yeah.
so are you a professional actress?
No. I'm looking to get back into acting.
Okay.
I took a long break from it. I went to undergrad for theater, and now I'm like, I would love to do it again. So.
You and me both. I have not done legit acting in quite a while. I would like to get back.
Same
into
here.
It. Yeah.
Well,
I'm behind the
given
camera.
the past 3 years.
Yeah.
I think
what
that
have
makes
any of
sense.
us done? Yeah.
So as an actor, for anyone who's watching, either at home or in our audience, who want to get in acting, what's one thing you can say as advice to like get them started?
To get started in acting is just do things like this.
Yep.
This is like the best way to meet people who are like-minded, and maybe they're not professionally doing it, but they love it. They do this with their free time and their own dollar. Like, what better way to meet people who love the craft of acting? And so, there's other ways to meet people doing things like that. Putting yourself out there to do staged readings. There's so many opportunities. So you just have to like put yourself out there, and
So how long were you involved with the project this weekend? Were you just like Friday mainly, or were you part of the whole shebang, or did you get to go home and sleep?
Kind of. So we started shooting 6 a.m. on Saturday. Did not wrap up until 1:30 a.m.
Oh.
Sunday.
You were shooting until 1:30 a.m.
Yes, we were.
Oh.
Yeah. So very intense, and I was there the whole time. I was committed. So, yeah.
You were committed.
And it was a lot.
It was like I would committed to no sleep.
In 18
at
hours.
all.
No sleep. Got up at 4:30 a.m. And near the end, I was just like, really feeling it. But
You got to bring it for that last take, even though all you want to do is sleep.
I
right?
know.
Yeah.
And I had like so much junk food, so much coffee yesterday that today I was like, what the fuck? But it was fun. Despite it all, it was a team effort.
So this is your first 48.
Yes.
You gonna do it again?
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah. I would love to. And it's just so much fun throwing myself in there.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well, which group will you be screening in?
I will be screening in Group C with Camp Crestone Productions.
I think you're our first C.
You're yeah. I think you might be our first Group C.
Do you know, are those organized in any particular way, or is it just...
I have
the people who've come up have just been kind of all over the
which
place.
is why I asked. All right.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's probably a random generator.
So Group C has to be Saturday.
Yeah.
Saturday, I believe, at 6:30.
Saturday, 6:30. Yep. All
Yep.
right.
The Oaks.
So yeah, definitely make sure you're out there. Come for all the days, but make sure you make it out Saturday, 6:30. Check that film out.
If you want to see a heist film.
I mean, who doesn't want to see?
Who doesn't
want
to see a good heist film?
Yes.
Really? Yeah.
Yes.
Well, thank you.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you so
Thanks for
much.
coming up,
Appreciate
and
your
enjoy
time.
the rest of the rap party.
Yeah.
Thanks, you too.
So is anyone out there who's worked on the 48 this weekend? Is anyone who's worked on the 48 this weekend? Whether
Cheers,
you
my
were the
good
director,
man.
the actor, the humble PA who just got coffee. And now here's someone who's are you going to curse me out? You're not going to strangle me with a microphone?
Definitely.
I'm looking at you like you're going to throw that beer in my face, aren't you?
No, I didn't edit, so.
Okay.
How much money for that jacket?
So your buddy's gonna strangle me, is what you're
I
saying.
mean, what Joe does, I'm not responsible
You're
for.
not responsible
He's
for.
his own man, you know. But yeah, definitely not a humble PA.
No, no,
even,
you are.
Even when I am a PA.
Yeah. So for people who aren't me, names.
Which is everyone else.
Which is everyone else. Names, groups.
Ian Altenball, Reckless Amnesiac is the group.
Nice.
Edwin Huang, everything but the name.
Nice. So we got some living legends. You guys, you've been in a lot of 48s. This is in your first one.
This is number 12 or 13 for me.
Yeah. And Edwin, you're like, I'm counting.
I think it's around 22.
22.
Good Lord, sir.
22 48s.
All right. Well, you guys just don't like sleep, I guess, right? Is that fair?
You know, I like sleep, but
You like sleep.
I mean, sleep is pretty tight. You just don't need it as much as maybe other people. Yeah.
sleep at other times.
Yeah.
So what genres were you guys given?
We got silent film and social commentary, and we decided to go with social commentary.
Ah, okay.
Nice.
What hot button issue were you tackling in this one?
Class warfare.
Oh, that old chestnut. Okay.
Knowing you and working with you, I totally know where you went with that. There was some blood in there, wasn't there? There's some blood, a little bit.
Oh yeah, it's a very subtle film with a lot of nuance.
You're not subtle
approach.
or nuanced.
You have to really read between the lines.
Yeah. I mean, you might walk away and ask, "What was that movie about?" And you know, it's gonna require rewatchings to really get the true meaning.
It's a Nolan film, isn't it? Like a Christopher Nolan film.
We definitely don't spell it out in the middle of the film.
No, not at all.
That's a weird coincidence because my film, the film I submitted was called Capitalism Wins.
Capitalism wins.
Doesn't it always?
Yeah, but I figured
Oh,
we
wings.
should make a film
I thought you
about
said
it.
wings. I was like, money wings. That's delicious.
Yeah, but then you're gonna end up, it's gonna end up being worth less than you know.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
Yeah,
get
less
taxed
entries.
on my bowel movement, pretty much. Yeah.
Edwin, what about you? What was,
man.
what was your genre?
Walk
of
right
film?
into the shot.
My
Dare ya.
genres were silent movie and heist.
Silent movie and heist.
So we were originally all about the heist, and then we just pivoted to the silent movie.
We were gonna go with silent film if our audio didn't turn out well.
But the audio turned out well.
It did.
Good.
I bought a new microphone, a new blimp, and like 2 new lav mics to ensure that I got silent film in the drawing.
That's how it works. Yeah.
That is how it works. Now, for people who aren't seeing on the screen here, you've got some doll faces on your head. Is that kind of a hint at the type of movie you made?
Yeah, like the main character was an environmental investigator, so East Palestine, we decided to roll with that silently.
Yeah, silently. With the doll heads.
See, I just thought it was acne.
Oh,
I wasn't going to say anything.
You weren't going to say anything.
Yeah.
I knew there was something different, Edwin.
Yeah, something different.
That's
Like,
never going to heal if you don't
wear a
stop
hat.
picking.
Oh, that's what it is.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. So did you all have any hiccups or any issues that happened over the weekend that you want to divulge? I mean, obviously,
yeah,
you know.
Yeah. Oh, we're not gonna reveal anything, but yeah. So we shot it outside for a couple of our scenes, and great location, beautiful. Don't want to give away too much, but like very unique. And for about 3 hours, they were cutting the lawn.
And you didn't go for silent movie?
Yeah, I would have done a silent movie at that
That's
point.
why we were like, you know what? In the back of my mind, I was like, first half the audio shit, we could always go back to silent film and just make this a comedy.
See, it's 48 hours. You should have just thrown in a line. Hey, can you speak up? I can't hear you over that lawnmower outside. There you go. You get around it.
You're assuming I didn't do that.
You did do that, didn't you?
It's like one of the first.
You did do that, didn't you?
Obviously.
Yeah, obviously.
So doing this many 48s, does it get easier, or is it just each one has their different hiccups and different stresses?
Well, I think the more 48s you do, the more you know to like make sure you grab a line where someone says, "Is that lawnmower gonna ever stop?"
I don't know. I mean, because like a lot of the structure is built in. So a lot of my joy now is just to meet newer people and just see what they do and how they work within the structure.
It's a brilliant networking thing, isn't it?
Yeah. I would say the writing part gets a lot easier, and not necessarily editing, because it's all about the editor, you know?
Yes, it is.
But the writing part definitely gets easier the more you do it. You just get a feel for, like, story ideas that are going to work, and, you know, within that time limit, and which ones are, which ones aren't. And you could be a little bit more aggressive and kind of pushing through the ideas that won't work, whereas, you know, if you're green, you might be like... You might, go, work that idea until you're like, oh, yeah, never mind, we can't do that. And you get a better instinct for it.
I don't know what you guys are talking about, editors. It's the audio guy on set. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, no, he saved our butt.
Was it the same one when I was on your team?
Unfortunately not. We got a last-minute replacement, but you know what? He took advantage of the fact that we had a directional mic. He made sure to point in the direction that the lawnmower wasn't mowing.
Yeah.
And I give him applause as well for that.
Yep.
Did somebody just get engaged? What's going on?
Well, I don't know what happened.
Or maybe it's a baseball thing.
Ow!
There's definitely no
What are we
Florida
celebrating?
fans here.
All right, anyways.
Anyways.
We are live. There is a lot of noise. Thank God these microphones are directional.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, they're going to do a thing now.
I don't know what's happening.
I don't know what's going on.
Anyway. So, yeah, what group are you guys in? Are you in the same group, different groups?
I'm in screening group D.
You're in D?
B.
My favorite
Okay.
vitamin, I might add. Okay.
So
All right.
19th and 20th.
Which B?
12. 12.
It's the best.
Yeah, I don't get, there's not enough sun around here and it makes you depressed. I need that B12 in my
You
life.
should try B6 sometimes.
If you like sun, D.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
Yeah.
Sunny D. There you go. Awesome. Well, thanks for coming up, and enjoy the rest of the rap party. I know that I'm glad you're not going to kill me, because I was your editor last time and not this time.
Well, I mean, Joe's here, so you know.
Well, Joe's here.
I'm looking forward to coming
don't kill
down.
me.
Coming down best in show to between you two, and then you'll have to Rochambeau over it. So.
I mean, I think we're down for that. That'll be fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah, Edwin will win, but you know.
You think you're going to win?
Yeah.
5 heads are better than 1.
Yeah.
No argument there.
Yeah.
Awesome.
All right, thank you,
All right,
guys.
enjoy the rest of the rap party.
Nice talking to you guys.
Nice talking to you guys.
You mean enjoying the let's rewind that. Enjoying the rap party at
The
Riley's
rap party at
Whorehouse?
Riley's
Yeah.
Whorehouse.
Words are dumb.
Words.
Why do you need words for a podcast, though?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, John, this has been fun.
This has.
This has been fun. I do want to thank PJ for asking us to host this event.
Who?
Hopefully we get asked back because it's been fun for me. But thank you to everyone who's helped us produce this today. Of course, our camera guy, Brian, JP at the deck there, making sure that the stream does not blow up and that we sound good. Thank you to Mason, who's helped us out here at Riley's get everything set up. Basically, everyone involved.
Yeah, I would like to give a shout out because Brian, you as well, just stepped up and did a lot of the tech work. I got to sit back.
It's me.
And,
I
got to sit back and be middle-aged and fat. Well, you guys did all the tech stuff, so I appreciate it. So I could come up here and say stupid things into a microphone. So
well, thank you very much, man. Just to kind of plug our podcast, if you like this sort of thing, if you like us obnoxiously talking about movies, talking with filmmakers, we do have a podcast. It's called The Cinema Psycho Show. Find it on all of the podcast platforms. Find us on social media at Psycho Show on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. And as I said, we've got 265.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, 265.
Around there. You start to lose count.
I start to lose count.
It's great when it's at 9 or 10. It's hard to forget then.
But please be sure to follow us there. Listen to us. We do this sort of thing all the time. And from Riley's Poorhouse, thank you and have a good night.
Pittsburgh Steelers football rules! Woo! I got a couple of applause.
You got a couple of them.